Welcome back, guys. This is Woo, and I'm here with episode 2 of Woo the Community. And today, guys, we need to talk about loot, and that is the topic of choice. Yes, guys, if you enjoyed this one, you know what to do. Thumbs doodle, and of course, drop the Woo bomb on the subscribe button. Ding that bell so you're notified when I upload, guys. So let's woo this. Okay, guys, yes. Woo the Community is going to be a weekly series where we talk about topics within the game. Good, bad, and ugly. This is not a bitch fest. This is not a whine fest. This is just simply us talking about topics within the game, good and bad and whatever. And today's topic is loot, which is a very divisive topic at that. So guys, first person reached out to me on Facebook. This is Salvasoul. This was about a week ago, and he wanted to talk about exotics, and take a look at this. Hi, I think they should fix the exotic guns. The way to go is to have 3 different types of the same gun, different talents, because before they had 3 talents already. Also to make them look different, render them different colours, or change the look. Okay, buddy, well, appreciate the comment, appreciate the feedback, and reaching out to me on Facebook. Now, I'll give you my 2 pennies. First one is we'll work in reverse order. Colours, yes, I'd like to see some kind of a niche, some kind of, again, if we get an exotic, it can drop in 3 different types of colours that are exclusive to that chosen weapon. For example, Pestilence can drop with 3 different types of skins. That will be pretty cool. I'd like that. I think that'll be a nice touch to exotics. And we want me personally to try and collect all 3 as well. Again, that's just me being me, but that's a good thing to talk about. But I do want to say holster talents. It's not for me. It's gone now. It's done with. I don't think it's going to come back. I feel I'm content with 1 talent per gun. That's enough. I think the system was overly complicated as it was. Gear 2.0 was simplified a lot, and I am happy. I know that some people are not happy that the RPG elements within the game have been toned down. I feel it's better this way for the broader aspect, the broader community. I think there's a few people or a small minority that will be pissed off with the RPG elements in the game at the minute. I feel it's a lot more simplified now, and that's a better thing for, again, the wider player base. So that's my opinion, but I'm not a fan. I don't like changing up the holster talents. I think it is what it is now, and we have to work with what we've got. So, buddy, hopefully that helps. On to the next one. The next one is Hedgehog, which kind of leads into that same question. Hey Woo, the build mechanics and crafting in general is just plain boring to me. No way to really fine-tune things without landing god rolls everywhere and re-rolling the odd stat, and a real heartbreak for me is the fact holster talents are no longer a thing. Yes, mate, yeah. And I'll start with the former. Crafting and building. I enjoy building. I think that's something I love within the game. It really, again, to get that creative spark, I do feel now it's more prominent than ever. But there's, again, I think we've only just tapped certain builds and certain DPS. And again, you'll see the best build in the world ever and the most hardest hitting 20 million build and all this kind of jazz. And I think it's either one way or another. You've got the high DPS using 6 reds, and then you have the the true pestilence builds, as well, I'd like to call them, and then you have the skill builds, and that's kind of where we're at. There's no real hybrids. Hybrids are not really a thing, but it'll only take a matter of time, a matter of videos, and a matter of content creators kind of working out the sweet spot. What is a really good hybrid build that has so much of everything? We'll get there. We will, but at the minute, as it's in its infancy, I feel Gear 2.0, I do feel it has simplified the system. And I get it, I get the whole boring thing, I get it. But crafting is a thing that I don't do. I'm not bothered with crafting. Just doesn't, not at all. I never craft any pieces. I never get any blueprints unless it's a necessity. But yeah, I do. But then going back to god rolls, I do feel god rolls, again, they are a thing in the game now, and I'm happy to see them. I get a lot of pieces that don't match up to what I want, and that's kind of frustrating. So I end up siphoning the best pieces. But I think I've got a lot of, again, like marksman rifle pieces. And look, that's really nice. Yeah, but it's got 10% skill damage. And it's got like 12% skill haste on it. I don't want that. I don't want that on there. you know, and then the other two stats are trash. So that just, it renders it unusable unless you've got that library piece missing. If you have, then great, utilize it. If not, you bin it. And I get a lot of that crap because my library for gear wise is not bad. It's pretty decent. I'm close to being max on a lot of stuff, but it's still kind of frustrating where, again, the roles that just don't match up to me, to what I want and what I need. That's just, again, personal preference to me. But again, holster talents, again, on skill builds, rooted, perfectly rooted, spike on your sidearm, all that jazz. Now it's no longer a thing. It just means you've got to make a more informed decision of your chosen talent, your chosen weapon. Do you want perfect spike on there? Do you want a different talent? Do you want perpetuation? Do you want a damage talent, ranger? Do you want your baker's dozen? So you've got so many different options now. Whereas before you'd have a multitude more, but you are stacking so much extra damage. I think there was a time they wanted to simplify it, and they have. And is it for the better or the bad? You guys let me know in the comments section. I'm kind of happy as it is, in all fairness. I like it more simplified, and that's just me. I'm a simple guy. I want it simple, easy to understand, and it encourages a wider player base, in my opinion. But guys, let me know. And Hedgehog, hopefully I've answered it the best way possible, guys. Sorry, pal. Okay, my good mate Alpha Omega. Really good guy, been on the channel since the beginning. Really nice guy. Said this. Oh, mate, it's the same old gripes that I have, really. Things like the hard to get non-existent exotic drops. I feel you, if you complete heroic or legendary mission, you should get an exotic drop as standard. Remember Div 1 and most departments, which that last hunter boss would always drop the house. Also, after doing all that work to level up control points to level 4, and then manage to complete that only to get effing purple gear drops, is taking the piss. Another annoyance is getting caches, keys, and then opening the boxes only to get replicated items, which then gives you textiles. I hope after this apparel event, they put the items in the store so you can use your textiles to purchase them. I could go on and on, but that's it for now, mate. I completely understand, buddy. I am with you 100%. Now, if you do a legendary mission, you should get an exotic. That should happen. Yeah, I agree. As standard, an exotic cache. Even if they restrict it to if you do one a week. Again, if you do all the legendary missions available, you're going to get some extra exotic caches. And that could be anything, any drop in the game. I think that's a great thing. And rewards the hard work and time you put in. An hour and a half, 2 hours to do a legendary mission. There needs to be an equal reward for your time, and that would be an exotic drop. That's for sure. I've done a good old legendary mission. I was not rewarded with anywhere near what I wanted or needed, and it all ended up being dismantled or sold. Simple. And the guys in the group that also did that, they didn't get an exotic, and it was all trash. So that's my problem. It needs to be some good stuff that's dropping, not the shit. In terms of caches and keys, now I do agree that once these are kind of outside the event, they need to be purchasable by textiles. What we're getting at the minute is 100 textiles, at best as a drop. That's ludicrous. Ludicrous when you've got items at 5, 6, 750 textiles. You're rinsing through your pennies in no times, and that's a frustration because I'm at a point where I think I've got a few hundred left. And I'm just, again, open a cache, there's nothing, I get 100. And it's an annoyance, it really is. I'd rather them up it to 250. So then I can spend more money on these textiles, on these vanity items that I don't have. And again, it's like the first responder set, again, which was an exclusive from Amazon or somewhere. Please forgive me, I don't know where it's from, but exclusive from somewhere that's in the store, but you can't purchase it. Why? Why can you not purchase it? It needs to be purchasable through the textiles. Now, the game's over a year old. Just do the decent thing. Let people purchase it through textiles. Easy. But still, it ain't good enough. And then purple drops should not be a thing. You've done a legendary mission, you should not get any purples. I got about 6 purples on my legendary run. Wrong. Shouldn't be in the game at all. If you're in legendary heroic content, get rid of purples. They shouldn't be in that any stroke of loophole unless you're doing challenging. 3 reasons that in my opinion, that they're in the game. That is they're used for currency. So you get them, you sell them. It's B, and that would be for materials, or C, that would be to stock up on your library, for example, any gear or weapon talents, etc. That's it. No other reason. But still, it's a thing, and it needs to be eradicated. Omega, appreciate your comment, buddy. Next one would be our good friend, my good buddy, Mutant Cowboy. And I love this guy. He's a content creator. He's approaching 1k subs. So if you want to offer me any support, that would be appreciated. So drop the woo bomb on the cowboy as you do. But he's not happy. He's not happy. So he said this. Loot. Well, now that all I need to do is roll my exotics, what is the point anymore? Rolled mediocre pest twice and got all max rolls. Pretty much everything I had got huge gains after 2-3 rolls. The gear grind is all mostly dead, and the RP depth died with TU8. I didn't even want to think what could happen in TU10. Man, he's not happy. And I like Cowboy. He's a really good content creator. Provides the community some excellent content. He really does. And I have a lot of time and respect for him. So, for him to say that, yeah, obviously I take that on board. Do I agree? I disagree. I do disagree, buddy. Again, this is an opinion-based conversation. I may be wrong, I may be right, I don't know. Nobody knows. But his opinion is different to mine. Now, I've rolled 3 pestilences, and mine have not max rolls. No, not happening. It is what it is. The gear grind, for me, is not mostly dead. It is alive and kicking. There's so many ideas I've got on builds. I don't have the ceramics. My problem is, resources is shit. What tends to happen, you roll 1 piece, and that's your ceramics gone. So what you have to do is just your ceramics farm. And every time I level up my SHD, I go into scavenging. And I crack on with ceramics. I get 20. That 20, again, is just 2 minutes in the underground. And that's a real bugbear for me. I don't need the cash or the steel or titanium or crap, whatever. I just need ceramics. That's my thing. And I need that fast. So my kind of grind is farming those bad boys. And that's annoying. But the whole gear farm, no, because I have, and it's just me in my weird and wonderful way, I am constantly thinking about what to build next. What I want to build. Will this work? Will this not work? And testing stuff. Yeah, very similar to Mutant Cowboy. He will do a lot of testing in the range. And you see a lot of his, again, testing skills and builds and stuff like that, which is really good. It's really good for the game. And for me, I do a lot. Also do a lot of testing, and I'm not as, again, I don't take it the way that he is taking this. I take the change from TU8 to TU9 a positive step. I feel that the game has a good future. I do. I'm quite positive about the game. There are irks, there are problems. Don't get me wrong, but TU10 will definitely bring a raid. You know, I know it's coming. TU10. We've got a new good old DZ coming. Again, it's rumours and all that jazz, but again, we can pretty much guess that it's coming. It's in New York. It's going to happen. Skill builds. New gear sets are coming, and they're going to be focused towards skill builds. That just whets my appetite because I'm really invested in skill builds, and I've got so much time and energy for them. So, gear, farming, for me, that's not what this game is all about. And again, if we look at Division 1, I spent a good 2 years not really farming for gear, just playing the game. Playing PvP, I was playing the game. I had what I wanted, so I weren't bothered. But this game has something. Those like tentacles that kind of grab you, reel you in. It's like a squid, massive squid, quite literally, that will just get your hook, line, and sinker. That is the Division 2. When you go back, you end up coming. Run into this game saying, there's nothing like this game, it's unique. It offers so much, and yes, it frustrates the hell out of me, but still, I keep coming back to this game. So there is something magic about this game, and I just hope and pray they kind of fine-tune it to where it needs to be. But yeah, I love Cowboy, I love his opinions with this. Again, that's his opinion, that's his take. I disagree, I don't feel that. I feel the passion. I feel the energy to keep going. And I can't wait for TU10. That's it, that's me. And sorry, Cowboy, but that's the way I see things. Moving forward, Delta 81. My 2 cents for loot would be why are purple still in the loot pool, and why the majority roll so shit that you just bin the gear. After all, the vendors suck as well, especially for the likes of Squinty and Switch, when they can complete a legendary and get F4 Returns is a joke, but I love the game still. Yeah. Squinty Switch, they're really good guys in our clan. They do a lot of legendaries, really good guys, and their RNG is primarily decent. They get a lot of good stuff, but they do a lot of hard content all the time, and they farm for these kind of god roll drops. But their RNG at times is quite poor. Other times they could get free exotics a day, and if I don't get free exotics a day whatsoever, if I get free exotics a week, I'm happy. So purples shouldn't be in the loot pool above heroic. They need to be removed. You've all got enough currency now, way enough currency. So if you've not got particular talents on your gear or weapons, then maybe you might need some purples. You don't need the currency, so they shouldn't be there, full stop. They need to be eradicated from heroic and legendary content, that's for sure. Vendors, yeah, they've sucked for weeks now. Yeah, I'm not expecting to see free god roll attributes, but I expect them to see viable pieces that people new to the game can purchase if they might need this particular Heraldry Holdings piece, or a hardwired piece, or they've not had it in the loot pool. But generally, the drops are shit, and that's my irk with the game. So I appreciate Delta reaching out, and I agree, mate. Yeah, the returns need to be much better than what we're currently getting. My good buddy, Big C here. I've known this guy for a long time. Really nice division agent. Thanks for reaching out, pal. Being there at endgame and not having a form of the optimization station yet is troubling. Cool, we can recalibrate an attribute, but too much loot is mediocre. I know the update is coming that we can roll exotics, but that should have already been a thing. There are so many brand and gear sets that getting one piece that's optimal is very low. Now, the pieces that I generally get are wayward. I get a lot of crap. I get some decent pieces, and get pieces that don't make any sense, and they mean nothing to me, so I end up just dismantle, or you sell. So the pieces, again, I think whatever would be heroic, challenging, good old legendary, it doesn't make a bean of difference. It don't. I've had some god rolls and challenging. I've had some god rolls and heroic, and legendary I've had fuck all, in all fairness. But yeah, I think there's again the way the system's calibrated is just wrong. I wouldn't like to even imagine what they've done to it, but it's ludicrous. Now, in terms of optimization station, I feel now's the time for this to be talked about and included in a very soon update. TU11 maybe. I would love to see the optimization station. I would love that to happen. If you get free pieces or free attributes on a piece of gear, and you think, yeah, they're what you want, happy days. And then again, just invest into some kind of stat, currency, whatever, to improve that piece to be a god roll piece, then happy days. Again, the counter will be, it takes away the grind, it takes away the farm. But I don't play this game solely to farm. I play this for the content. I play this for sometimes PvP. And we'll be at a point soon where we're all kind of there or thereabouts anyway. But I just think you've got to pander to your player base. I do believe that's a fact. Some people will say that they should just do what they want to do, but by doing that, will alienate more people than bring in. And that is a fact. Optimization station will be a thing. I guarantee it. TU10, too soon. I think July, August, possibly a little bit on from that, we'll see. Optimization station, it has to come on. It has to happen. For me, the sooner the better, but still, I cannot wait for this to be introduced in the game, so we can start to have some god roll builds. I think that'd be ace. And again, how many builds are available in this game? There are hundreds and hundreds of builds. So I'd like eventually, once this happens, to increase the loadouts that we have. 12 won't be enough. I want 20, 30, you know what I mean, guys? That's the way I feel when this is included in the game. But that's it, guys. That's a wrap. I've had so many people reach out and talk to me. And let's just get one thing straight. If you want to talk to me, I am everywhere. I'm on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Listen, I will post my social links in the description of this video. If you want to talk to me, if there's anything you want to talk about in a video, I may disagree, I may agree, but either way, it's good dialogue, and it's good to get these opinions out there. But of course, reach out. Discord, Facebook, Twitter, even on YouTube. Reach out, we'll have a discussion, and we'll get these included in a video. They need to happen. But guys, as always, thumbs doodle, that helps. And also drop the woo bomb on the subscribe button, ding that bell so you're notified when I upload my content. And of course, check out Mutant Cowboy, really good channel. Even though I don't agree with this comment, but still a really nice guy that needs some support. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.